Welcome to AI Podcast. I'm Daniel, and with me is our listener and co-host, Maya. Today we're unpacking an ICLR 2025 poster titled Tool Planner, Task Planning with Clusters Across Multiple Tools, led by Yanming Liu, with colleagues including Xinyue Du. The teams are from Zhejiang University, Southeast University, and MIT. The short version is this. They group functionally similar APIs into toolkits, plan over those clusters instead of single tools, and when a call fails, they first swap in a sibling tool from the same cluster before replanning anything bigger. In testing, that simple idea made planning steadier and improved task success while trimming unnecessary backtracking.
Thanks, Daniel. That sounds elegant. Could you put it in everyday terms so it really clicks?
Picture a travel assistant that needs flights, hotels, and maps. There are many flight search APIs that do almost the same thing. Most agents pick one, and if it fails, they tear up the whole plan and start over. Tool Planner says, hold on, those flight APIs are cousins. Keep the plan. Just swap the failing API with a similar one in the same toolkit. Only if that whole toolkit doesn't work do you step back and rethink the plan.
Right, that does feel more stable. What pain points in tool use are they pushing against?
Two big ones. First, brittle plans that spend time on repetitive error correction. Second, choosing among many overlapping tools is hard, and a single failure often triggers a full replan. Earlier approaches like React, Reflection, Ada Planner, and DFSDT help, but they mostly plan at the level of individual tools. When a tool breaks, they often abandon that path instead of trying a near-duplicate alternative.
So the key shift is to plan over clusters, not individual tools. How do they build those clusters?
They summarize each tool's function from its documentation, embed those summaries with a sentence encoder called SimCSE, then group the embeddings using k-means. The planner treats each step as use a toolkit that does a certain function rather than use this exact API. If a call fails, it first tries another member of that toolkit. That local first bias preserves momentum and avoids blowing up the whole plan.
Makes sense. Why did they expect it to work?
Because API ecosystems have a lot of functional redundancy. Weather, translation, payments, maps. There are multiple endpoints that can serve the same sub-goal. Encoding that redundancy up front makes it easy to swap locally and keep a good plan intact.
What did their experiments look like? I'm curious about the setup.
They used two benchmarks. Tool Bench, which pulls from Rapid API with single tool and multi-tool tasks, and API Bench, which organizes tools from platforms like Torch Hub, Hugging Face, and TensorFlow. They compared against common planners and ran with strong models, including GPT-3.5, GPT-4, and Claude 3. Metrics focused on pass rate, win rate, and whether the model hallucinated tool calls that don't exist.
And the headline results?
Across datasets and models, Tool Planner improved pass and win rates and reduced hallucinated calls. The gains were especially clear on multi-tool tasks, where swapping within a toolkit keeps the overall plan steady. It also avoided the very deep, slow search that some baselines rely on, so execution was more efficient while staying robust.
Nice. Any knobs or implementation choices that mattered a lot?
Two stood out. First, the embedding choice for clustering. SimCSE gave reliable groupings of similar tools. Second, the number of clusters was set differently across the two benchmarks, chosen to balance coverage with precision. The broader point is that too few clusters mixes unrelated tools, and too many fragments the space and slows search.
Got it. What about limitations or caveats we should keep in mind?
Clustering quality matters. If tool descriptions are noisy, clusters can miss good substitutes. The cluster count is fixed per dataset rather than learned adaptively. And like many papers in this area, results lean on proprietary models and automated judges, which is standard but raises reproducibility questions as versions change. The paper is clear about models, prompts, and settings, and they release code, which helps others replicate.
If you were extending this line of work, where would you go next?
I'd try adaptive or hierarchical clustering so the toolkit granularity fits the task. I'd add structure signals like parameter types and error codes, alongside text embeddings to sharpen similarity. I'd stress test robustness under API drift and deprecations, because real catalogs change fast. And I'd include stronger human evaluation and open model replications to isolate method gains from model choice.
That's a solid roadmap. Before we wrap, remind us who led the work and where listeners can find it.
The work is led by Yanming Liu with colleagues including Xinyue Du from Zhejiang University, Southeast University, and MIT. You can find the poster on the ICLR site, the paper in the ICLR proceedings, the open review entry, and the preprint on ARKev under the title Tool Planner. The code is available on GitHub.
Perfect. So to recap, planning over clusters lets the agent swap locally when a tool fails, keeping the plan intact and improving success without a lot of extra search. Thanks for listening to AI Podcast.